The Phillipsburg Jubilee Library presents It's Time for a Story. Welcome. Today's story is Too Many Frogs. It is written by Sandy Asher and illustrated by Keats Graves. Too Many Frogs. Rabbit lived by himself in the hollow of an old tree. He cooked for himself, he tidied up after himself, and at the end of each and every day, he read himself a story. It was a simple way of life. No fuss, no clutter, and Rabbit liked it. But one rainy evening, he heard at his door. "It's Froggy!" croaked a deep voice. "Don't care for the storm." Rabbit opened the door. "I was about to read myself a story." "Love to listen!" Froggy cried and hopped right inside. "Don't mind, do you?" "I suppose not," Rabbit said. So Froggy listened while Rabbit read his story. "Well done! Yay!" he cheered when Rabbit had finished. "Storm ended too! Thanks for your kindness! Toodly-doo!" The next evening, as usual, Rabbit finished eating his dinner, he tidied up, and he sat down to read himself a story. But before he could begin, he heard another at his door. "It's Froggy!" croaked the same deep voice. Rabbit opened the door. "I was about to read myself a story." "I know!" Froggy cried and hopped right inside. "Love to listen, but first, let's fix ourselves a snack or three. Don't mind, do you?" "I suppose not," Rabbit said. So Froggy hopped and he popped and he whipped and he flipped and he mixed and finished a snack or three. He had pickles, he had popcorn, he had mustard, he had cheese, he had biscuits, he had onion, he had olives, he had everything. So much fuss. Rabbit thought he also had a sundae with a cherry on top. But Froggy listened while Rabbit read his story. "Well done," he cheered when Rabbit had finished. "The snack's gone too. Thanks for your kindness. Toodly-doo." The next evening, Rabbit finished dinner, tidied up, and sat down to read himself another story. But before he could begin, there was that same... What was there? There was that same at his door. "It's Froggy!" croaked the familiar voice. Rabbit opened the door. "I was about to read," he began. "I know!" Froggy cried and hopped right inside. "About to read yourself a story, love to listen, but first, let's get ourselves a comfy cozy." "Don't mind, do you?" "I suppose not," said Rabbit. So Froggy fluffed and puffed and moosed and smoosed and pillows on billows on pillows and billows. "So much clutter," thought Rabbit. But Froggy listened while Rabbit read his story. "Well done," he cheered. And when Rabbit had finished, bedtime too. Thank you for for your kindness. Toodly-doo. The next evening, Rabbit finished his dinner, tidied up, sat down to read himself a story. But before he could begin, there was that, "It's Froggy!" Rabbit opened the door. I know Froggy cried before Rabbit could say another single word. "You were about to read yourself a story. Love to listen, but first, meet the family. Been telling them all about you and your stories. Love to join us? Don't mind, do you?" Rabbit looked at the frog family. Big frogs, small frogs, little frogs, frogs, dozens and dozens, and all wearing a t-shirt saying "Frog Family Reunion." Too many frogs, he thought. Too much fuss, too much clutter. "But I do mind, Froggy," he said at last. You do?" Froggy asked. "I never invited you in," Rabbit explained. "I never invited you to fix a snack. I never invited you to get all comfy and cozy. And I never invited your family to join you. So I do mind very much indeed." Croak Froggy. This will not do. Thanks for your kindness. Alone at last, Rabbit sat down to read himself a story. For one anxious moment, he waited for at his door. It never came. "Don't mind, do you?" he said to himself with a chuckle. "Most certainly not," he answered himself and began to read. It was a good story. But something was missing. Snacks make a good story better, he thought. So he fixed himself a snack and read on. It was a very good story, but something was missing. Pillows make a good story better, he thought. So he fluffed himself a pillow and read on. It was exceptionally good story, but something was still missing. What was missing? Rabbit blinked once. Rabbit blinked twice. And then he sighed. It's Froggy. He told himself at last, he loves to listen. Rabbit opened the door, and there sat Froggy and his family, waiting patiently to say they were sorry. "Never meant to be rude," Froggy said. "Brought you a t-shirt. Frog Family Reunion." "Thank you," Rabbit said. "I was about to read a story. Would you like to join me?" "Love to listen," cried the frogs. And in they all hopped. Big frogs, little frogs, small frogs, dozens and dozens of frogs. And Rabbit offered them snacks or three and helped them fluff their pillows. And every frog listened while Rabbit read a story. "Well done," they cheered. "Yay!" So many frogs, Rabbit thought. So much fuss. So much clutter. It was different. It was a different way of life, and Rabbit liked it. The end. Too Many Frogs, written by Sandy Asher and is illustrated by Keith Greaves. Come back next week for another story. Thank you.